Welcome to Wisdom Synergy, where knowledge meets collective power.
Fire doesn't destroy civilizations. It reveals them. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Wisdom Synergy. Today we're talking about fire, not just flames, not just buildings burning down. We're talking about what fire reveals about a civilization. Because here's something strange I've noticed. When most people hear about a great fire in history, they focus on what was lost: the buildings, the churches, the businesses, the homes. But what if that's the least interesting part of the story? What if the real story is what gets exposed when everything starts burning? Think about it. A city can spend decades pretending everything is fine. The economy looks good. Construction is booming. People are busy. Leaders are making speeches. Everybody is convinced the system works. Then one disaster happens, one spark, and suddenly all the hidden weaknesses come into view. It's like turning the lights on in a room nobody has cleaned for years. The mess was already there. Now everybody can see it. Take the Great Fire of London in 1666. The fire didn't create overcrowding. The fire didn't create narrow streets. The fire didn't create unsafe building practices. Those problems already existed. The fire simply exposed them. The same thing happened in Chicago. The same thing happened in Baltimore. The same thing happened in countless cities throughout history. People often talk about disasters as if they arrive from nowhere. But most disasters are just reality collecting a debt that has been ignored for a long time. That's a lesson bigger than cities. It's true for societies. It's true for governments. It's true for businesses. And if we're being honest, it's true for individuals too. Sometimes the breakdown isn't the beginning of the problem. It's the moment the problem becomes impossible to hide. Now let's zoom out. For centuries we've been taught to think like mechanics. The world is a machine. A city is a machine. A society is a machine. Everything is separate. This building, that building, this neighborhood, that neighborhood, this person, that person. But reality doesn't work that way. Reality works more like a network. Everything touches everything else. One neglected building code affects an entire district. One bad decision affects thousands of people. One weak point creates consequences far beyond itself. A fire doesn't care about property lines. A fire doesn't care about politics. A fire moves through connections. And that's exactly how networks behave. The funny thing is that modern science is increasingly discovering something ancient cultures seemed to understand long ago. Nothing exists in isolation. Everything is connected. The health of a forest, the health of a city, the health of a family, the health of a civilization. They're all networks. Pull one thread and the entire web moves. Now here's where things get really interesting. Every major disaster creates a story, a myth, a narrative. People need meaning. Humans are storytelling creatures. We don't just survive events. We explain them. We build stories around them. Who was responsible? What went wrong? What should happen next? Those stories shape the future just as much as the physical rebuilding does. Because after every great fire comes a new vision, new laws, new systems, new priorities. The city physically changes, but so does its identity. It's almost like a form of urban neuroplasticity. Just as the human brain rewires itself after experience, cities rewire themselves after catastrophe. New streets, new infrastructure, new regulations, new ways of thinking. The city becomes something different. The fire becomes part of its memory, part of its personality, part of its story. Now, before somebody misunderstands me, I'm not glorifying destruction. Destruction hurts people. It destroys lives. It creates suffering. Nobody should celebrate that. But pretending destruction teaches us nothing is equally foolish. History shows us something uncomfortable. Growth and disruption often travel together. The forest burns. New growth emerges. The old system breaks. A new one appears. The challenge is learning before the fire arrives. Because the smartest civilizations don't wait for disaster to expose weaknesses. They look for the weaknesses themselves. They ask difficult questions. They challenge assumptions. They stress test their systems. They prepare. And that's where the lesson lands for all of us. What in your life only works because it hasn't been tested yet? What beliefs have never faced scrutiny? What habits survive only because circumstances have been favorable? What systems are one spark away from failure? Because eventually life tests everything. Relationships, businesses, governments, cities, civilizations. Nothing escapes the test forever. The goal isn't to fear the fire. The goal is to understand what the fire reveals. That's the deeper lesson hidden throughout history. Fire doesn't destroy civilizations. Fire reveals civilizations. It shows us what was strong. It shows us what was weak. It shows us what was real. And sometimes the most valuable thing a crisis gives us is not destruction. It's clarity. Because once the smoke clears, the truth becomes impossible to ignore. And maybe that's the real reason these stories continue to matter hundreds and even thousands of years later. Not because of the flames, but because of what the flames exposed. This has been Wisdom Synergy. Question everything. Examine the evidence. Follow the patterns. And keep searching for the connections hidden beneath the surface.
Hey, what's up everybody? Check it out. Hey, what's up everybody? How you doing?
That's right, good.
Welcome to Wisdom Synergy.
That's what we do.
How wisdom
do when we do what we do.
Wisdom Synergy.
Right here, right now.
So it's got a cool ring to it, right?
Get it on
Wisdom
down.
Synergy.